Years ago, in a remote corner of China, there was a factory of a famous phone brand. A legend circulated among the workers there. Once upon a time, there used to be an old cemetery where the factory now stood. People believed that the spirits of the graves still lingered in the soil where the factory was built. However, the workers paid little attention to the story until the death of Liang Li Ming. Liang was an ordinary worker, but one of the best in the factory. One day, strange things began to happen in the factory. Machines would suddenly stop, lights would go out, and many workers started having nightmares. Some claimed to see strange shadows dancing on the walls of the factory. One night, as Liang was working a late shift in the factory, a dark mist suddenly enveloped the surroundings. Suddenly, a dark entity of the same size and shape as him appeared. Liang recoiled in horror, but the dark entity advanced towards him. Liang tried to flee, but the shadow chased him. Eventually, Liang found himself trapped behind a machine, and the shadow caught up to him. The next day, Liang's body was found under the wreckage of the machine. But before he died, he had suffered a terrible fate. His body was covered in bruises, and his eyes were horrifyingly widened. His colleagues noticed strange symbols marked on his body. Those symbols were identical to the ones on the tombstones in the old cemetery. Panic spread among the workers. Some wanted to quit their jobs, while others started praying to break the factory's curse. But nothing changed. The factory became even darker and more terrifying. One night, the entire factory was covered in a dark mist, and the workers heard horrifying screams. The next day, when the doors of the factory were opened, no one was inside. All the workers had disappeared. It's said that the factory still stands there. During the nights, the spirits of the cemetery and the dead workers wander in the factory, and Liang's shadow still roams among the wreckage of the machines, lost among the suffering souls.